This is going to be a little bit of a shorter video, but a lot of you guys have been asking for my training program, what kind of diet I had, and what I did to be able to achieve the progress that I have. I'm going to be completely honest. The first 2 to 3 months, I didn't diet whatsoever. I was eating maybe 1 to 2 meals a day with barely any protein. So I really was a gym noob, and I've only started to gain progress probably around the 3rd month. Other than that, the diet was very simple. 2 chicken breasts, a ham and cheese special sandwich that I made myself. It's very crunchy. Usually I'd have steak or some kind of beef. My bulking shake that I've been asked a lot about recently. Simple. Vanilla ice cream or cookies and cream, 2 scoops of protein powder, 1 cup of oats, 1 banana, and 3 cups of whole milk, and a serving of Greek yogurt. It doesn't taste great usually, but it got the bulk done. The last thing in my diet that I'm not exactly proud of is I half dirty bulked. Now, I wouldn't recommend a lot of people to do this unless you really want to put on a lot of weight at a certain time, but try to maintain your fat level if you do have a good metabolism like I did, so I didn't put on too much fat. Although I definitely did put on a little bit, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna lie about that. I was eating around 4,000 to 4,500 a day. Now, I have a very small stomach, so it was very hard for me to digest that much. I'm sure it's easier for some other people, but for me personally, it was very difficult to shovel that much food in. Another thing people ask me about is what supplements did I take? To be honest, I only took protein powder for the first couple months, and I tried pre once, but I really didn't use it that often, so I wouldn't say I really used it. The only product that I actually recommend you take is probably creatine and protein powder, because there's no supplement that you actually need while working out besides maybe vitamins. That's just like an extra boost. It's just a little boost to your progress and your health overall, so supplements really aren't needed. But like I said, I recommend creatine and protein powder. Let's move on to the topic of training. People want to know what rep range you should use, how many sets, how many muscle groups you should work on in a day. Now, it comes down to your own personal preference, but I recommend 2 to 3 movements that you work on each time that you go to the gym per muscle that you're working. Say, like, if you're hitting chest and triceps, do 2 to 3 movements on each of those. I personally do recommend 3 sets of 8 to 12. Some people like 4 sets of 8 to 12, and other people like different rep ranges. Me personally, I recommend going up to 8 to 12. The biggest thing about training with newbies, in my opinion, is trying to find the ones they enjoy. I do recommend going for the exercise that has the most muscle stimulation for you and can cause the most growth. Although, I do also recommend adding movements that you actually enjoy to your program rather than just slapping together somebody else's program. Everybody's bodies are different. Everybody's genetics are different. Everybody's different in general. Follow one person that you see on social media, including me. I can only give you so much information that can help based off of my journey. Will be different. You could put on more muscle mass than me, you might not put as much as me, or you could surpass me easily. It's very possible. A lot of people needed help bulking or putting on muscle or weight or even taking off weight, so I'm going to explain it to you in the simplest way that I can. If you're trying to bulk up, you need to go into caloric surplus. Go up like 300-400 calories every few weeks until you're at a maintainable caloric intake and you're actually putting on weight but not too much fat at the same time. If you're trying to cut off weight, go into caloric deficit and you go down by 300 to 400 calories until you're at your maintenance level calories for the weight that you want to achieve. It's as simple as that. This is the best way I can simplify it for everybody to be able to understand. Now, I'm not saying I'm an expert. I'm only a year into my journey, a little less, so take my information with a grain of salt, but I do only speak on topics that I do understand and that I'm 100% confident in. Anything else, I stick away from until I actually know the answer, and I respect everybody's opinions. If anybody has any other opinion in the comments, let me know. Another thing was people were confusing foods between the bulk and the cut. To simplify it once again, on a cut, you want to eat the same foods as you would on a bulk, just in less quantity. When you're going on a bulk, you want to eat more of those foods in a higher quantity. You can add different foods like potatoes into your diet, or you can swap them out for something different, like something vegan if that's what you're into, or even a keto diet. I personally just follow a meat diet, but I do have vegan products in my diet. I personally recommend vegan protein versus normal protein, only because of the difference in acne, but if you don't really care about that, definitely whey is 100% the #1 protein that you can have, and it's probably the fastest digesting protein. Now, not everybody can be dedicated, but if you have the right mindset, you definitely can if you put in the work for it. Progress isn't going to come immediately. It will take a bit of time, so you need to be patient. It isn't going to be at the snap of your finger and have big ass muscles, you know what I mean? You need to put in the work, put in the effort. Unless you're a genetic freak, then that's a different story. You're blessed. Otherwise, you just need to put in hard work and stay consistent with your training and diet. I hope this simple video could help a couple people. I tried putting together my peace of mind and my own research, plus my own experiences into this video. to be able to help you guys. I appreciate all the support recently on my videos. I've been getting a lot of views, comments, and everything that I've been trying to respond to the best that I can. It does get overwhelming at times, don't get me wrong, because there's a lot of comments coming in, but I do appreciate every single one of you. The next video may take a little bit to go out, like I have said on my community page. You should check that out if you haven't already. And you should also click that subscribe button. Maybe drop a like or a comment. Without further ado, peace out, guys. I'll see you in the next video.